Hello everyone, and today we'll be seeing one of the problem from Leetcode. It says plus one, and trust me, this is a problem which would question your fundamentals very well. This is categorized as easy, and so it is because it's just plus one. The question goes like: you are given a large integer represented as an integer array, digits, where each digits of I is ith digit of an integer. The digits are ordered from most significant to least significant in left to right order. The larger integer does not contain any leading zeros. Increment the large integer by 1 and return the resulting array of digits. So we have digits as this array. So it represents as 1, 2, 3, and which is over here, and we have to just plus 1, increment it by 1. So 1, 2, 3 plus 1 is 1, 2, 4. So simple, and that's what we wanted to return. The problem is so simple, and it questions us. If you wanted to see, let's see second example as well. Here we do plus 1 and it will go 2. Here we do plus 1 and it goes 9. 9 goes to 10. So yeah, and this is a problem which questions our fundamental. Like, when we say addition of two numbers, what do we mean, by the way? So if I say addition of two numbers, which is, let's say, 69 plus 1, then how do I add this? So I add this by taking the last numbers first, and I add it one by one. So take last digits and add. Okay, and add. Then what do I do is I just add. I get result as 10. I get result as 10. Understand. I will understand under STAND the carry over and the value. So the value would be 10 and the carryover would be 1. So here is carryover 1 here, which is obviously for 6, and here would be 0. Well, we did that. Now next is add carry along with digit of number with next number digit, or digit 2 and digit 1. So I'll say next digit 2 and next digit 1. So next digit is 6 here, and there is no next digit as we just adding 1 and not 11 and something. So we just add carry plus next digit 2 and next digit 1, which is 0, and we get it again. Understand the carryover and understand the value, and what we get over here is 70. So that's how we work, and that's how we would be doing. So I'll just have a result int of, I don't know the size right now, so what I'll do here is I'll just go with array list. Or wait a second, I can do one thing, that instead of having a dynamic array, I'll play it smart and I'll just update these digits. But prior to going with that solution, let me initiate or initialize few of the variables right with us. So those variables would be int I, which would be digits dot length minus 1, and int carry, which would be 0 and which would be responsible to store carryovers. And I'll do this kind of operation while I am within the bounds of this array digits. Mind that I am just going to update the array itself, and not create any extra space right now. Obviously, I would need to create a new array in case I am having a carry over left. That means if carry is not equal to 0, then I have to do something, and I need to create an array and return some array. Cool. So while I am in the bounds of digits, what would I do? I would take the sum. First of all, I would take the sum of digits of I plus carry. Where did I get this formula from? I get this formula from this one, which states carry plus next digit 2 plus next digit 1. Carry plus, I'll just say carry plus next digits of 2 plus next digits of 1. But wait a second, I don't have next digits for this, so I'll just take 1 right now. But if I'm adding here 1, it would add it for all these test cases. I don't want all these test cases again, so I'll do just initial 1, and that's very lame kind of thing, initial 1 which would be initial 1, and once that is done, initial 1 has finished its job, and it can be 0 because next letters are just 0. Cool. Once we are done with this here, we just do one thing, that we just understand the carries and sums right now. So digit of I would be sum modulo 10, because we are storing 0 at a position of 9 here, and when we get carry, we'll also consider carry as well, and carry would be considered as sum divided by 10. Sum divided by 10 would give me the first digit of two numbers, and obviously the sum would only be of two numbers here, 2-digit sum. So the sum value can be below 100. It is always below 100, I mean. And sum modulo 10 would give me the last digit. And last digit I'm storing it in I. Once I've done this, I'll just decrement the value of I and greater than or equal to 0. Yeah, that's cool. Ultimately, I'll see that, hey, if carry is still pending, I'll have an array which would be resultant array and not any sum array kind of thing. So it would be result array, and the specialty of result array would be result array is equal to new int of digits dot length plus 1, else result array is equal to, or else I'll just return arrays, or I'll just return digits. Now what I wanted to do is I wanted to copy this into this. So result is equal to arrays. Okay, instead of arrays dot copy, I'll just go with for int I is equal to 0, sorry, starting with 1, I is less than res dot length I plus plus. And once I'm over here, what I'm trying to do is copy result of I with digits of I minus 1. Why I'm taking I minus 1 here? Because I wanted to make a space for 0th element, and what the 0th element would be carrying is 1, or just I'll say carry, because at this point carry would be 1 only, and ultimately I'll return the result. That's the logic behind this code. Again, not that I'm very proud of. This code can be increased. Okay, it's not digit, it's digits. Not bad anywhere. I have missed it again. No, let's compile this one. Yeah, this code has a good amount of carry, spelling of carry. I is always already used. Lot many mistakes are there in compilation. 0 is this, so I'll disable this, and yeah, and if carry is equal to 0, I'll do one thing, I'll just make it more clean in this way. Obviously I don't require this until this point, and when I do, I'll just assign it on one line. So yeah, it is accepted with sample test cases. Let's submit this one. Although I can make it much branchless or what, I guess it's already branchless, except for this. I can surely optimize this one. I can just do one thing over here. Anyways, so there are scopes of optimization on this, and there are scopes to make it clean, but this was a basic idea upon how this solution to this approach would work. Again, if you're giving it a shot in an interview, just go ahead and first of all check if validate digits, and then you can go ahead, and this part is fine in my opinion. You can make it more clean with using a for loop over here. Again, you can initiate right away, so pre-initiate would be appreciated, as it is not a branchless solution, but it's fine that pre-initiation you skip it. What pre-initiation means is you can just add 1 out of the scope and you can just start from length minus 2. So what I'm saying is you can just take digits minus 2, and pre-initiation means digits of, so I'm saying in this way that digits of I is equal to or plus equals to 1, initially adding it, carry is equal to digits of I, where I is I minus 1, divided by 10, and digits of I divided by modulo equal to 10. And once we are done this, we just go with I minus 1s. So this is pre-initialization, and what we are going to achieve with this is this initial one. So this is opinionated solution. One can think the earlier solution is clean, other can think that this solution is clean. Again, this solution is also passing all the test cases. That's not an issue for us. So yeah, accepted. So cool. Again, this side can be improved. Anyways, this is more of the optimization kind of game. You discuss it out and you go for it. So this was mostly about how do you approach this kind of solution, and this somewhere is the logic behind data structures like big decimal, big integers. So you don't store it directly within a primitive data type, but you make it chunks. Yeah, this was all about it, and this was a part of topics where we had topics of maths and array. Cool. As you know, the time complexity is O of n. Space is, if we are considering an extra space is 0 because this is a written array space, although we have optimized this space of written array by using the initial digits itself. And yeah, so this was all about it, array and maths. If you wanted to see more such videos, click the video on your right, and I'll see you in the next one.